Hi guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Talks with Bodex. And today, I am repeating it today, we have another amazing co-host in the studio. He is an actor, a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, and plenty other things. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Romeo.
I'm shy.
Ah!
Thank you for having me, though. It's good to
Thank
be
you
here.
so much for coming.
I know you've been talking about me coming to Talks with Bodex, and finally I made it.
Yes, he's
Beautiful
here.
place.
Thank you. Okay, guys, today we're going to be deliberating on one of the most trending topics in Nigeria. And that particular topic, Romeo was on that topic as if he was the father of the day or the brother
What
of
did I do?
So, guys, today we'll be talking about Iyabo Ojo's daughter's wedding, Priscilla and Juma Jux, right?
JP 2025.
Right.
I can't get over it.
So, not to waste so much of your time, we know that you already enjoyed yourself from that party. We can even see that you guys. You can see you can see Romeo.
I'm still tired.
You are still in that
enjoying
enjoyment.
that phase.
So tell us, how was the feeling of the whole wedding? I'm asking because you were all over, like the brother of the bride.
Yes.
You people really showed the guy that is Nigeria people have come
Yes.
to.
I mean,
tell
I
us the
was
feel.
the brother, an uncle, a friend to the mother. I was representing Igbos, Yorubas, Hausas, Calabar, Ibibio, Ghana, everywhere you want. I mean, we came to show the world that we were together, we're united. It was beautiful. You had to be there to feel it. I've never been and I've been to weddings all over the world. I've never been to a place like where there was so much love.
Wow.
People were just happy to be there. And not only that, we did not cut corners in anything. We did everything to perfection.
Wow.
Perfection.
Wow.
Really, I salute my friend Iyabo for what she did. No, that's no chance.
Okay, so once again, congratulations to Iyabo Ojo and congratulations to Priscilla and her husband, Juma Jux. So now, Robert, we want you to tell us how big this event was, because social media was just buzzing. Like,
Yes.
I don't know if I'm using the right
Humming,
word.
everything you wanted,
So how
crying.
big is the event
Smile.
for people like you who actually attended in person compared to us who watched it from social media? So tell us, how big is this event? How genuine is this event? How much money do you think was put together to be able to achieve such a beautiful, classy, and smooth wedding?
It was a larger than live wedding.
Wow.
It was what you guys felt on social media was what we felt there.
Okay.
If I say a number, I may be off by a few decimals, but I can tell you that that was a billion naira wedding, at least in naira, because we went all out in people who came with so much love, joy, dressed to the deck, people who came with gifts. The hall was beautiful. The food was sumptuous. The drinks were flowing. The decor, the arts, everything. It was
So
like a Hollywood
there's no
movie.
case of anybody not eating or drinking.
Not eating. Oh, they're lying. They ate more than one meal. They ate like 5-course meals, from lobsters to rice to shrimps to seafood to people that were vegetarians. Local staple foods, you name it.
So everybody was considered.
Everybody was considered. Everybody was catered to, and they would come and ask you, do you want champagne? Do you want cocktails, mocktails, back to back? And I said, I'm trying to watch my weight. Why now? I know the wedding was giving.
Okay, Ruben, please. Now you're making me feel sad.
I'm sorry,
for not attending.
But you were invited.
I was
right?
invited, but I was not in the country,
Well,
so I could have come. But at the same time, I'm feeling bad now, so don't overhype it, please. Now let's talk about the husband. He's not from Nigeria; he's from Tanzania, and from comments we've seen on social media, some people like, there will always be bad belly, and the bad belly ones were like, he's trying to take advantage of Priscilla because Priscilla is popular, so that his music rating can go up. Do you think anything like that is true?
You know what? I have told them this, and they know how I feel about this whole thing. I told them that they should send those people to me. let me handle them. Because what are you talking about? The guy is an accomplished musician from Tanzania who does very well, sings very well, is a kind, business-savvy individual who happens to have fallen in love with Priscilla, another powerhouse who has her businesses, her fashion line. So it was like a power couple meeting together. People had to be happy for them. So it was just what we call bad belly, jealousy. People were just making up all kinds of stories. And I told them, leave them to me. Bring them to me.
Right.
Let me handle those people. Nothing like that. The guy is doing so well for himself.
Okay.
We're proud that he actually is a good guy. No, because you can be a superstar and be kind of like shady. He's not a shady guy.
Okay.
He's reliable.
So he's a complete
responsible,
good
a complete
gentleman.
A complete gentleman. And I'm so
really?
happy that he married a princess. So it's
Yeah,
a match.
because she's
made in
also
heaven.
very quiet and responsible.
Very
girl.
responsible. And and I understand people are like, oh, they don't know him. So yes, I'm gonna excuse those people that don't know him.
But they don't have to know him.
But they don't have to know
Priscilla
him.
is the one to know him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then with time, he's getting more and more popular in Nigeria. People will get to know him and know him for who he is.
For who he is. It's
He's
true.
amazing, outstanding. She is also amazing. So, I say this, he got married, he got lucky in marriage. She also got lucky in marriage.
Yes.
So it's like a match.
And they're
made in
both
heaven.
young. So that brings me to some who are much older, and I also saw it on the internet. People are like, oh, we wanted to get married at the age of 23, 24, but life happens to us. And some people are like, oh, we wanted to marry just, but life happens to us.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to such people? Do you think it's actually destiny, or you feel there's some people that they're actually not ready for marriage,
They're not
but
ready.
there's some that are ready, but they don't have the right person. So what do you have to
Both.
say? Okay.
Like, you're right. And I think everybody runs their own race, right? Because
Okay.
Priscilla is a 24-year-old, but she actually behaves like a 30-something-year-old,
Okay.
matured,
Okay.
level-headed person, right?
Okay.
And she's also ready in her career. She's done a lot in the last few years. And some people maybe are not just ready. So don't look at every 24-year-old person and
Okay.
say, I'm
Okay.
24, 25, I need to be getting married. Run your own race. Do your own thing. Be happy in yourself. And not everybody's going to get married. Sad truth.
True.
Statistics will show you not everybody will get married. Not everybody will stay married
In
also
marriage.
when they
It's
get
true.
married. So
It's
find
true.
happiness in yourself, love yourself, and if marriage comes, fine. If it doesn't come,
Come.
you can still date happily and be in a happy relationship. I don't want to get married. For
Oh,
example, I'm fine
okay.
the way I am
Okay.
for different reasons.
Okay.
I don't want to enter into those reasons now, but you know what I mean?
I do.
But I
do.
feel like some of us are just happy being in a happy place. I'm happy for my friends. I'm happy for Yabo that her daughter got married. And so everybody must not do the same thing because you
It's
run
true.
your own race.
Yes.
Be
According
your
to
own
how
self,
happy you are, right?
and your destiny is
So what
different.
Romeo is saying in essence is that you can actually you can get married at the age of 40, 45 and you'll be the happiest.
Or
You
70,
can get married at the age of 20, 25 and you're not happy.
Yeah.
So it's all about what life has for you. Now let's talk about the Ashebi. From the day 1 to day 2, what's happened? You guys just
we
turned the whole
tried
thing
though.
to
We came
carnival.
ready.
You
It
guys
was
just
a
turned the whole
carnival.
thing to carnival.
It was
What's
a carnival.
happened?
I mean, the dress code was like, come really ready, come
Okay.
prepared.
Okay.
And if you think about it, they sourced, from what I heard, the Ashwabis were sourced from Switzerland, all over
Okay.
the world, Turkey,
Oh.
Switzerland. And so when you hear that, you're like, you know what? Okay, they'll tell your tailor to make something nice.
Yes,
because the Ashwabi that's
yes,
coming will be
yes.
nice. So everybody came out looking so good. It was so beautiful.
Oh, I love your outfits.
I came ready. I told them to put 1 million things on my own.
For information, Romeo came all the way from the US to attend this wedding.
Yes. I'm
Romeo.
good friends with the mom. I'm that close to the mom that I had to. I left everything I said.
When
you
are
know
they
what?
see this money?
There's no money.
When are they
There's
see
there's
this
no
money?
It's the law. Forget about the money. I'm broke. I'm actually broke now. It's just the law. I told my friend,
How can
you
you be
sussed
broke?
me out. So she said, don't
How
worry,
can you
my
be
friend.
broke? With that beautiful outfit of yours, you are broke. In fact, we need to sell that outfit. I love the
Yes.
way your outfit was made.
Thank you.
You know, the black something they
Yes,
put in front
all
of
around it.
I was like,
Like ruffles.
yes, like ruffle and stones.
Everywhere. I told the guy,
Baba,
keep adding. He told
extraordinary.
me, there's no more place to add. So I said, okay, then we're done.
Okay, now, Robert, let's talk about our in-laws
Yes.
from
I
Tanzania.
love them. I love them. I love
But
them.
you just said you don't want to get
I
married.
don't want
So
to get
what
married,
kind
but
of
I think I'm going to charter a bus for all the Nigerians to carry us there. There's love there. These people are lovers, though.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
really?
in Nigeria, we're slacking, our dogus,
So
the
they are
men.
beautiful people. They are beautiful
happy.
souls.
Yes,
What
and they
about
really love
Diamond?
Nigerians.
What about Diamond? Diamond actually enjoyed himself. He was living as if he lives in Nigeria.
He did, and you could tell he was genuinely happy for his friend.
Yes.
He came to support, and he was very happy to be there. All of them. Diamond came, he was spraying money, having a great time, dancing, and all of them were good
You don't
people.
think EFCC should carry Diamond?
I don't think they should.
Because this guy was just spraying dollars.
Yes.
Like, tick.
Levels.
And people were like,
there are levels to this game.
guy is
You know,
giving...
there are levels to this game.
And so people online were like, oh, this guy was really giving our Nigerian men run for that. You don't give them any run. We don't have men now. You don't consign them.
But you know one thing I would say that he made us say, okay, maybe we have to love differently. I mean, Nigerian men are lover boys, right? They're very generous. If they like the person, from what I heard, that they when they like, they spend. So I think that what he did was Diamond came and showed us that, look, I know how to do this also very well.
Wow.
So now, for us, the remaining Odogus, it's for us to do what? Continue. Carry on. But when Diamond left, let's do it.
But from what we've seen on social media, we could actually tell that these people actually enjoy themselves.
They enjoyed
like they
it.
felt at home.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you travel to a country that is not yours, and you're so uncomfortable. You're feeling depressed, maybe because of the way people are not accommodating you, the way people are just shunning you, or people are feeling that which kind of superstar is this one. These people were not feeling that way at all. They actually felt like they were home. They were enjoying themselves. They were constantly updating us
on what was happening.
Like they were even making us research ourselves that are we that really good?
And you know what? That shows us that we're really good. I'm glad you said that. It shows that maybe we really are. You know, despite everything going on in the country, that we're kind, we're hospitable people, that we're welcoming, that we accept people, even when we don't speak your language. It shows that Nigerians are loving people. And so I'm grateful for them to show us who we are. It was a mirror. They held the mirror and they showed our reflection in it, that we're good people.
Okay, so with that, would you say that the reason why some Nigerians live harshly is because they do not have the amount of love that is actually supposed to soften them or something?
Yeah.
So these people came in and they showed us that you guys need love.
Calm down.
So would you attribute this to our bad leadership? Or because I know that if all our leaders have an atom of love, from the way they speak to us, the way they show that they care about what we're going through and all that, people will live softer. And everybody wants to relate with one another with the love. So from what you said now, that they actually made us realize ourselves, relax, and feel like, okay, life is not that hard. Yeah. So with this, do you think our leaders are not doing enough, or even our parents, for them to actually bring out the soft part of Nigerians?
I think it's leadership, but also on ourselves. It behooves on us, all of us. We're also part of, we kind of like have a part to play in this, because if you think about it in a way, we are always in a hurry, rushing to everything. We're trying to outdo each other. You stand in line, somebody wants to come and double cross you and stand in front of the line. We don't know how to just relax and enjoy the moment. So you see, everything is always like a chase, a tussle, a hustle. And they showed us that, no, take your time, enjoy the moment, relax, and be okay. So what we need to maybe start doing, not just the leaders have to start showing us love, give us more money, open up the economy, give us jobs, schools, healthcare. I agree. So we can have a softer life, like you said, but also amongst ourselves. Is it everything must it be competition? Must we always like push each other? Can't we just be nice? If somebody's standing on the roadside and they're trying to merge into the traffic and they've been there for 20 minutes, why can't somebody just wait and tell the driver, wait. Let this person enter? Why are we always, will it change anything in your life if a car enters in front of you? No. It will only just make you go back by what? Maybe just 10 meters? And that's it. But you'll still get to your destination at the same time. So that's what we need to learn from what they showed us about us now. Now, we are great people. We just have to be easier.
To be more accommodating, relax,
more relaxed,
and live our lives one step at a time, right? Okay, that's a great one. But now let's move to Juma Jux himself.
Yes.
In Nigeria, when it comes to dating, some of our artists, they like to hide relationships and all that. Maybe because they still want to patch around and all those things, right? During the Headies Award, we saw how Juma Jux came down and they did all those things, now. I beg, which of your Nigerian artists come and carry your girlfriend like that?
we're not on that level, though. Yes, I think it's a cultural thing, and and the funny thing is he's from a conservative country. He's Muslim, and you would think that maybe he'll be more reserved. I wouldn't
true.
do that, right?
No.
But he surprised us. He's like, no, that's my wife. I love her. I'll do what I want with my wife. And by respecting you people around me, right? So I think that maybe most of our people is because we have multiple babes hanging around, and the babes have multiple guys hanging around. So it's a two-way thing. You know what I say? Everybody's having multiple. I'm your babe of my babe of my babe. You are my husband. We're all.
So imagine coming out to sing like this, and the other babe at the back will be like,
I see on my June. Then
they do the video.
I think that has a huge part to play in it.
So we're not faithful to one another. That's what he's saying. Okay.
And we're not faithful in a way because. Do I blame Nigerians? It's just like the hustle is so much now that people are. It's not even about love. I always say this. I don't even want to date in Nigeria. You know why? It's very transactional. If we just date, everybody knows I don't want to get married, but the transactional part of everybody wants something in a way where I understand we help each other out, right? You find your level, somebody of your level, and then you move together. But the thing is, the first question is, can you do for me? Not who are you? Do I like you? So when it's a lot like that, it's harder for me from outside who lives in America to come here and say
and pick someone.
Hi, because it's just everything is about first. Before I can love you, let me know what you can do for me.
What you can bring to the table.
However, love me first, then I'll do more than everything I can do. So why is that happening? Our economy is so bad. And in a way, everybody's trying to hustle and struggle. So they can't even soften themselves to love. They're always like, I'm loving you, but man, where will my next meal come from? I'm loving you, but where can I enter my Uber from? Her Uber just went up. I'm loving you, there's no light, no electricity,
but that's not love, you know. If you love someone genuinely, you should be able to love without whatever they're bringing on the table. It doesn't mean that they shouldn't have a prospect.
Or bring things to help you out, help each other out, right?
But it shouldn't be transactional. So from what you have said, what I am able to gather so far is that the love between Juma Jux and Priscilla are just too genuine. It's a pure love. It's not transactional. They are both self-made. They are both celebrities. Perfect. They are both from beautiful and lovely families and countries.
Yes, you just summarized it very well. And for the first time in my life, I almost fell into the trap by saying, maybe I'm ready for marriage. And I just had to tell myself, hell to the no. No.
Maybe you should go to Tanzania.
I said, no.
Maybe you should go to Tanzania.
We're going to this Tanzanian wedding in May. Maybe when I go there, I'll have a softer view of things, maybe. But we're going.
So, Priscilla, Juma Jux, if you guys are watching this, help us to pack all the men and the women for Tanzania. They should be on the queue so that by the time Niger bus arrives,
there'll be people for them waiting.
Like, you know what they call point and kill.
Point and kill. You choose. No, not you choose
follow
10,
me back
and
to
then you now narrow it down gradually to 1. From 10 to 9 to 1. Let's do it.
Rome, do you think this wedding has brought a kind of unity among African countries? Because it didn't just trend on Nigeria and Tanzania alone. It trended everywhere, even in the United States of America.
Yes.
So do you think this wedding, this most talked about wedding, has really brought some unity, among African countries?
It has, and I think that we need to applaud the family, both families. The Ojo family, the Juma Jux's family as well.
His family, are they not intimidated?
They're not in Kambala.
With our own family.
I think that the Kambalas are really also very happy, bubbly, very loving family. So they're very comfortable from what I've seen, just knowing them a little bit. I don't know them that well, but I think that we've been able to bring both countries and the world together in Africa. All eyes were in Africa. And actually, it tried in America as well.
I
had friends that told us, that told me, you know what, I saw the wedding in America. And so I would say this, we're proud of both families. Nigerian government, do something for my friend Yabo Ojo and her family, to thank them, give them a medal of honor.
Really?
To say, yes, they did a great job. Because for once, Nigerians were like a little bit happy to just watch something. We watched this girl grow up.
Yes.
We watched her on TV. We know her story, her mom. We were so proud to see her get to this level of saying, I'm choosing my own life partner. And we were, people were like, you know what, forget about all my trouble. There's no light. Okay, I don't have data. I'll borrow. I'll do whatever. We were all relaxed for one day. There was no, I'm this party, I'm APC, I'm PDP, Tanzania.
No,
NRP or
okay.
SDP
It
were
was a
all
Nigerian and
together.
Tanzania wedding.
Tanzanian children. There was no Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Idoma. We were all one. And that's what we want, unity in Nigeria. So
Right.
I really think we
So
need to
they
do
brought
more
some
JP
closeness.
2025 every year.
Right.
Can we renew this wedding? Maybe you next time?
I don't like traveling.
Ah,
So I'll stay
so we need
with
to
a
find
Nigerian-
you. We need to
in
find you
Nigeria, in
a
Nigeria.
Nigerian man that behaves like a Tanzanian.
Okay, yes, very sincere person, you
Sincere
know.
person.
So let's talk about the economic impact of that wedding. Do you think people coming from Tanzania to Nigeria, they brought a lot of sales to us? Did it increase the what's the word?
Tourism, exposure, yes,
okay.
it will. Because I'm hoping from this wedding that trade will, bilateral trade between two countries will improve. I'm hoping that people from Tanzania will feel like coming to Nigeria, coming to Lagos to visit us, to see that we're loving people. I'm hoping that we can also go over there and vacation there. I'm hoping that both governments can actually come together and collaborate, because you know what? It's going to help both places. If Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos collaborates with his counterpart over there in Tanzania and they work together, it's going to help us. If our president, Bola Tinubu, also collaborates with the lady president over there and they bring trade together, bilateral trade, we can make more money. So that's why I'm saying this wedding was East meets West.
Oh, so it's
big
not just
deal.
a wedding. It's
not
a
just
business wedding.
In fact, Yaba was helping Nigeria set up ourselves in the world without us knowing. Priscy and Juma, thank you for doing that.
Oh, wow. Oh, so are you going to pay them for that?
We need to pay them, and you need to pay me for speaking up for them. You
Because
people need to pay us.
we
You
are-
need to pay me. I'm the spokesman.
That was really a good one. We had a blast for that wedding. It was everywhere. Like the train was free. You know, usually people pay for train.
This was
But
free.
it was free of charge.
And from their
Even
hearts.
2 weeks after, the whole thing was still trending. And you know the parts that actually got me more emotional was the fact that Yabojo allowed her ex-husband, you know, to the man literally took charge of being a father to the daughter, and he diligently handed over his daughter to our neighbors.
Yes.
You know, because Tanzania is still is still one of us. So to our neighbors. So what do you have to say to Yabo on that?
Good job, and congratulations for being a welcoming, open-minded woman, and knowing that people can come together as lovers, go separate ways, but you have children together. You should still be able to cohabit, coexist, love each other, do things for your children's sake. Now, if it's a volatile relationship where you're not safe, don't do it. But if you have a good, loving man, and it looks like the man also had his head on his shoulders, Yabo has a head on her shoulders, both of them are good people, they love their children, they're just not together anymore, that's called maturity, and I love it. That was really, really, I think that was what won the hearts of so many people. I heard that people were like, wow, that she allowed that happen. And it's good that she allowed it happen. It showed that you have to be selfless. It's not about you all the time. It's about the daughter. And maybe Priscy really wanted her dad to be there, you know, and that was sweet to see that. And I went to greet him, and I introduced myself to him and said, I'm your ex-wife's friend. Thank you, sir, for coming. Do you need anything from us? And welcome. He was just a cheerful man, yes.
Okay. You were there. So from what you saw that day, do you think he has a very good relationship with his children?
I think he does. I think he ever said it before, but from what I saw that day, I think he has a good relationship with his children. He was dancing with Festus, Yabo's first child, and he was dancing, having a good time. Festus was hugging the dad, and that showed.
It didn't look as if something was missing.
It didn't look like anything was missing. It looked like they were a happy family. Very happy.
It looks as if he's always present.
Maybe not always, but that he's present enough. And it felt like a blended family. So, you know, Uncle P, I call him Agapolo, was on the other side, happy. Everybody just gave everybody space and respect and dignity. And I was like, respect to this family.
So it's a well coordinated.
Well coordinated. Nobody was like stepping on each other. Nobody was giving the side eye attitude. Everybody was just happy to be there for one purpose, for Priscy and Juma, to celebrate their love. We all came for that, and we were happy that it happened in a very cohesive and happy way. It was beautiful. What you guys saw was real. That's why when you say it was trending for weeks and it's still trending, is because people are. It woke up a part of me that I never thought I wanted. I told you about, oh, I didn't think I wanted to get married. It woke up maybe in you, something else. It wakes up in everybody something unique. Maybe just being in love, maybe just your father, maybe being a single mother, maybe just being Nigerian, maybe just being African, maybe just being colorful, bright, flamboyant, having a classy wedding. It woke up something in all of us. Can we be like that every single day in this country? Without the wedding, but can we be loving? Can he wake up something in us? Can we have it? Because if that's the case, even with all our struggles, we'll live longer. I think we will live longer.
Sure. So, Iyabo Ojo, thank you so much for the beautiful wedding you've given to your daughter, and we love the fact that you allowed the father to be involved. Like, you blended our hearts. We're not broken. You blended our hearts. So thank you so much for that. And like Romeo said, we should be having more of destination weddings so that we can have collaborations, so that it can increase our GDP.
Yes.
We have, is it inter-country, or what did they call it?
Yes,
Inter-country relationships and all that.
Yes, you can say the international, transatlantic, interpersonal relationships.
Okay.
East Africa, West Africa relationships. It can bring us together.
Okay.
African unity.
Okay. Then, for those married women who like to use their children to deal with their fathers, what do you have to say to this one?
Now, if the father showed you shege, show him back shege on your own. But don't get the children involved. I'm not saying that sometimes spouses don't do rubbish. Some people really hurt you so badly where you can't move on. But you can be angry at them for yourself and everything, but don't take it on your children because they suffer. Separate that. There's a rule. You can be a wife and you can be a mother. So when you're not a wife anymore, you can still be a happy mother and wish the best for your children with their father. Now, if you have a volatile father or somebody who's dangerous, that's different. Of course, I'm against that. If there's abuse where they're abusing the child, please take your child away. But aside from that, let them get to know their dad and see maybe there'll be a different relationship.
The situation between the both of them.
And they can even check the dad and say, Dad, what happened? Why did you what happened between you and mom? And sometimes people make mistakes. But I feel like let the children decide. If the children don't want anything to do anything, then they can. And the other way around, sometimes some moms may be absent. It's really not always the case, but if you're an absent mom, you are not a loving mom, let the father, let the children decide that themselves. Please.
Okay. Okay, so guys, it has been an amazing day today in the studio, having Dr. Romeo, dissect, evaluate, analyze the most talked about wedding of the year, Priscilla and Juma Jux from Tanzania and Priscilla from Nigeria. So hopefully we are hoping to have more of such destination wedding to them, and also so that we can have more of collaboration, partnership, and what have you, so we can also learn to promote the blacks the more. Let us tell our Europeans and other white countries that we're black and we love ourselves, and we are proud. We are proud of our skin colors and all that, because sometimes we get to be treated badly abroad based on the way we also treat ourselves.
Thank you.
Right? So please, going forward, at least let's use examples like this beautiful wedding that all of us watched, and love one another. We are so happy to have you onto this episode, and we are glad to have Romeo, as the co-host of today's episode. But before you go, Dr. Romeo, what do you have to tell your fans?
I want to tell you guys, thank you for supporting. Thank you for being loving, being kind. But remember, Be your best version. Don't let anybody decide for you. You get to know your life, you get to know yourself. Do what works for you. Don't look at other people. I'm always unique in my ways. So if you're my fan and you want to live a happy life, be yourself. That's the best advice I can give you, because it will help your business, it will help your relationship, it will help the people around you. You'll be happier. That's it.
Well, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. Be yourself. Stop copying people's self. Be yourself.
Thank you for bringing me to this banging episode of Talks with Bodex. I really have been dying to meet you on this platform. I know you outside of this, and it's been a great moment for me. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you for having me. And everybody keep watching Talks with Bodex. You can't run away from her. She's the guru at this.